live from Venice, Los Angeles, the Sole Supplier Podcast, Episode 2, Season 2, with me, George, Alex Vass, and our special guest for the day, from music to business, Jason Black, aka J2K.
What's going on, you right?
What's happening, bro?
88 and that, you know what I'm saying?
88.
You said 88.
88. I said 88. Why are you calling me out already? Are you ready then?
Ready? Nah, let's have it.
Hey, listen, this is mad. First and foremost, this is mad. We've gone from doing podcasts in South London to LA.
We're here for ComplexCon 19.
ComplexCon 2019, the second one of the year. Been wild.
So we're out here as well. We've been chilling on the Puma stand with Puma. For a lot of it. What do you think, Jay?
Yeah, ComplexCon is cold. I mean, I came to the very first one when they first did it, and I thought it blew my mind, to be honest, in terms of like an event, how they've put it together.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, and just the activation, just seeing them. Like, I was used to that kind of thing with like doing the agendas and that, but this was like on steroids a bit. Do you know what I'm saying? So it was kind of turned up a lot.
I guess my perception was from what we're seeing back in the UK with events. But the scale of this,
nice.
I didn't even get to explore in 2 days all of it. Really,
it's a different level.
It's too much to take in. It's like, it's very over sensory. Like there's so much going on, and I think the schedule they give you as well, like just it doesn't get stuck to in any way, shape or form. Like they might say, okay, this person's gonna be here, and you're like boom. And then, as you know, all of a sudden someone like J2K or LL Cool J turns up, and you're like, what do I do? Do I go here? Do I go there?
Immediately.
Tell us about that. You met him, right?
Yeah. I met J2K. LL.
Fanboy moment.
You gotta keep it calm though, innit? You can't make it look like that.
He was pleased to meet you, to be fair, innit?
Obviously.
He asked for the picture.
I was just walking past, you get me? Nah.
We had CS visuals on hand to take it.
Exactly. Nah, do you know what it is? For me, it's like, that's a big deal more than, a lot of people might think. Like, I grew up on those guys, do you get what I'm saying? So, to see them, like, I've actually met J2K before. He came to an event we did in New York a few years ago. So that was like bucket list ticked anyway. So it's good to see him, but
he's a good person to talk to.
But
like,
people
he's
like
approachable.
Yeah. A lot of them are, you know.
I love that you just said that, like you've met him before.
No,
Jay,
listen.
Man, we go way back.
Yeah.
You just,
but like LL though, like literally, like
get that impression.
I've named the whole EP after him. Like I had a EP called LL Cool J, because I just felt that was the vibe for it. You know what I'm saying? I did it. Definitely.
You let him know.
Copyright infringement.
Yeah, I mean, he might have other ideas for that. You know what I'm saying? So
how have you found? Like, obviously, you went to the first one, and then it's like 4 years ago, the first one, right?
Yeah.
How have you found the difference?
No, not much difference. You know, obviously there's different activations, but in terms of the hype around it, and when you come through, like. You got grown men pushing to get through the door at 9 o'clock, and it's like, brother, relax.
The $50 on top's not worth it, man.
It's crazy, but like that's how it's got people feeling still after 4 years. So
let's talk about that, because we was obviously customizing some stuff with Chinatown Market. Like this shoe here was an exclusive, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That one and this one as well.
On the Puma stand, the collaboration with Chinatown Market. But there was a line for that as well, like.
Yeah, it was a good 45-minute wait.
Yeah, we were lucky we were there a bit early.
Yeah.
But
especially when this geez is customising everything.
Oh my God, yeah, man. How many items did you customise?
1 or 2.
So if you can see, if you can't see on
yeah.
camera, but Jay's got the jumper on now.
I got that on now.
I think that's a smiley face. Yeah.
One of
upside down.
One, innit?
1 of 1. Did the back. I actually did the shoes. I got them on that.
Oh yeah, you got your.
Let me just show you.
Yeah, this is one of the other things. So you could buy the shoe blank and then customize it yourself.
Yeah, I wanted to keep it clean, so I just went for the J on the inside. You know, when you get to them situations, your mind starts going mad. You can do all sorts of things. But I thought, you know what? Let me just keep it.
Like shout out Courtney as well over there. Shout out Dan as well behind the
come on,
production.
loving that.
Dan got a free holiday to LA just to come and film this podcast. You know, he's meant to be back in South London doing his stuff, but we thought we'd bring him out.
No, but Courtney took especially long, didn't he, to customize.
CS Visuals, yeah. Let me tell you about CS Visuals. He's the most picky person you're ever gonna meet.
Food, with
everything. Yeah. I could tell you so much stories about this guy. We've been away. And he said, "Nah, I'm not using deodorant no more, you know." I'm like, "Is it?"
I need to hear this story.
I said, "Alright, cool. What you use?" He said, "Well, I've got limes, you know. I'm just squeezing limes." I said,
"Did it work?"
Yeah, because I tried it. Because I rated it. Like, when he does something like that, I know there's a reason, innit? Like,
so what, you were just squeezing limes on the armpits?
Not like, you just rub it. That was right. It was rubbing it, innit?
Rubbing limes under your armpits. This is a exclusive,
there's
world exclusive from
there's reasons
this
for it.
rooftop.
I hope
And I know he's a man that's gonna look into things like that, innit? So if he's saying it's a go, then it's a go. So let me give it a try.
Man, I stopped using deodorant and started using roll-on. That was about as far as it went for me. But limes.
I hope that's
Yeah,
not like
limes.
your next business venture that we've just given away to the world.
Nah.
No, we need to talk about that because I watched the documentary Within the Dopeness.
Yeah.
And it's a sick documentary, by the way.
Safe.
Really,
That's just
really,
episode
really,
1 though, right?
really good.
We've got more to come of that.
Yeah, just keep it
Broken
going,
in
innit? Like,
parts.
'cause it don't stop. I mean, what you saw in there was like, that was years of work. That was years of traveling.
What years of, really?
Yeah. I mean, we've been recording that. Like, basically how it come together like that is because we was traveling a lot, just working and doing certain things, having to meet certain brands, having to do some content here and there. So we would just pick up things as we're just working anyway. So
that was
it just made
CS,
sense.
Traveling
Yeah, it's just
the
traveling
whole time, yeah.
And he's been
Because
your right-hand man the whole time, right?
the whole time.
No, I thought that when I was watching it, I was like, this seems like it's been a lot of work, and I wondered if Courtney had been travelling the whole time and how it was all put together. Because you get that sense that it's been over a long period of time.
Yeah, it's been a while, man. Like, it's been a while. Like, my journey's been long. Do you get what I'm saying? But it keeps reinventing and it keeps changing. Do you get what I'm saying?
What got me was that you want to inspire people through business and ventures that you're doing.
Well, 100%, because it's like where I'm from as well. Like, you know, there's a lot of, and my background is music. Everyone knows that. I'm from, or if you didn't know, now you know, like
OE3.
music and bow and whatever. Like, but there's just so many opportunities in other areas or even around the music that we can tap into. And it's not just, we don't have to just be the musicians anymore. Do you get what I'm saying? There's positions around it that can help us and help our mates as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, at this point, it's just about having the understanding. And I think that's the position we've been in, like the fortunate position we've been in now with the scene growing for so many years now. Like, we've picked up so many things. Like, I've never gone to business school or anything. Do you get what I'm saying?
Neither.
So like, but what
It's organic.
It's organic. What I had picked up through being an artist and an independent one pretty much the whole time was just how to be self-sufficient. And then, you know, you make bare mistakes. So then you learn from those. You go through situations with, I don't know, managers, labels. You get bumped a few times. There's so many things in it. Like, so you learn in it. And then even just on the marketing side of things, it's like, there's no one else who's going to do this for you except for you. So you've got to figure out ways to promote your mixtapes and, you know, look different and stand out amongst the crowd. So
this is the thing though, isn't it? I think a lot of influencers are missing. They need to build an asset. Me and Courtney were talking about this yesterday, that you can't just rely on the music or your influencer rep because it might not last.
Nah.
If you've got an asset like a business that you're building, that's for the future.
Well, this is it, and that's what I'm saying in regards to opportunities around the music. It's like music is the vehicle for us
To transition.
to transition.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm
I
saying?
think a lot of people miss it though, man.
I mean, not everyone can transition. It's not for everyone, because some people I literally have had interest in doing things outside of music, even while I was doing music.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So
Like the recent thing, Home, right?
So this, I wanted to touch on this because this is one of the things that, you know, for me personally, I admire about you, because it would have been very easy if you just go and do, you know, It's at Home as a brand and then go off and it's just you. But in the connection with people like Vibba, and it's like you've kind of looked at it and gone, listen, there's so much available for everybody to eat. So just bring your plate and bring your skill set.
Cool.
You're bringing kind of so many people in. So for me, that's something I think we've always said this about, like, you know, the footwear industry, is that there's so much available to everybody.
that's an issue a lot in the sneaker scene. I see, like, kind of
Quite clicky.
Yeah, it's clicky.
Oh, you see that as well,
Of course,
yeah.
I've seen that.
Because you've been in it, right? So for people that don't
Yeah.
know, you was the co-founder of Crep Protect.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of course.
Because I've found that. So we've been
Yeah.
running the Sole Supplier for 5 years
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm like, I keep it authentic to what I'm about. We've been called the cheeky Nando's trainer guys, right? Like the London lads who are into trainers. But that's just what we've been into, right?
Yeah.
So that's our own way of doing things. But the point is that there's clicky guys out there that
Yeah,
want to
it's
shut
mad.
you down in the industry.
And you know what? The thing is, it's not even like, it's in all industries, to be honest. Like, your music was the same way, and you'll see it. You go and talk to, I don't know, a Wiley or someone like that who's there from the early doors, and they will tell you how, you know, when they're coming in the scene, the drum and bass man didn't want to let them in. So
Oh, yeah.
not even so much drum and bass man, the garage man, like, because we was coming through with more of a rap style. It was more of a hosting thing before over the beats, innit?
You had
Like,
the same
so when you're coming with the
thing.
rap styling and all that, like, they weren't trying to have it certain time, so doors are not being open, so you make your own way. Do you get what I'm saying? Same thing with the training
It
industry.
takes a while to sink in, right?
Yeah, it takes a while to sink in,
And
but
then
then when
big
it does, if you're on the other side of that, you're fucked.
What was it like with Crep Protect and starting it and growing it so quickly? How was it with the brands and other people in the industry? How did it settle?
It was mixed. I'll say it was like a mixed experience, but nothing that I don't expect, because me coming off, doing music, you come against all these obstacles, and like I said, it's kind of parallel. The same things kind of happen. So you coming into a new industry, or let's say new, it's new to them, innit, to see me.
Yeah.
People like me in there, but I've been doing this. I've been wearing the kicks from time ago.
Yeah,
You can't tell me about trainers.
I've seen your videos, and you went for a period, I think it was about a year ago, where you just literally gave away bags and bags and bags of shoes.
Yeah. I'd give up. Yeah, of course, I'd get rid.
Like giving out turkeys at Christmas.
Do you know what I mean? But nah, and I would just, I do shoe drives and stuff. But the point is, it's like coming into the industry. Yeah, it was a mad one, because I was really on whatever you can do, because it's like you got a new business, you ain't necessarily got budget for anything. So the only way I know how to market
how was
is
it funding it?
guerrilla marketing. It's just all your own money. Do you get what I'm saying?
That was it.
Yeah,
was
literally.
organic again.
I signed. Well, my money came from my publishing deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That
That's
I signed.
nice.
So you start watching that dwindle away a bit. So you think, let me buck up my ideas.
But you was obviously always careful with your money and the way you was handling things, and that's what, again, a lot of people.
Yeah,
miss
well,
that.
this is the thing. Even with Crep Protect, the first good three years wasn't making no money for us. Like the business is, but we weren't taking no money.
Yeah.
I mean, just reinvesting. Do you
I
get what I'm
remember
saying?
coming to see you, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Back in the
saying.
early days,
Remember you early. Do you get what I'm saying? Early doors.
Where was the? It was in Wembley.
Yeah.
Wembley, right?
Yeah.
And then that was a nice space as well, and it was like I just started
The
seeing
industrial
all the
area there. Yeah.
yeah, like all the pallets of Crep Protect. I was
Yeah.
thinking, I was like, yeah, this is popping
Yeah, it was
now,
happening, but this is what I'm saying. It's literally just reinvestment. Just like anything that's getting made gets put back in. You have to scrimp. I had to sell rollies. I had to get rid of stuff. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I had to, because
This is what we say, right?
this was what was building.
Yeah, I mean,
Without-
don't get me wrong, I wouldn't be able to sell any rollies. I've got my Casio, but
No,
Probably
but
shift
the
20 quid
point
for
is
it.
it's
No,
not
no,
even about
no,
that.
no,
But the
no,
point
it's-
is, it's like you have to strip it. You had to.
Yeah, of course,
Had to
it's-
strip it back a bit.
you get out what you put in, though, innit?
Exactly.
It's perfect for that story. But I mean, you've been doing a lot of work with Puma recently as well.
Yeah.
You're genuine sneaker enthusiast,
Yeah.
and I think, for me personally, I appreciate what Puma are doing, and they have been doing the last few years for the UK scene and the culture.
Yeah.
They have blown like in the UK.
No, well, this is it, and I tell
Massively.
them this sometimes. It's like the position they're in is a good one. Like you got the Nikes and the Adidas's up there, but like when you're around this area, it's like you can be a bit more free with what you're doing. Do you get what I'm saying? And make more noise. Like there's a lot more red tape when you get higher up when you're them guys. You get what I'm saying?
And
But
look at this as well as these shoes here. Like this is sick, man.
it's a cold shoe.
Look
Oh,
at
that's
this.
sick,
Do
yeah.
you know how many people have messaged on the
The
Sole
last 2
Supplier
days.
account, and like 20, 30, 40 people have been saying like,
Well,
what
this is
this?
it, and this is going back to my point. Like working with Puma now, it's not even like like you said, it wasn't a situation of like, hey, they reached out. Like I literally one day, I didn't like what I was wearing. I thought they were a bit grubby, and I was just out and about.
What, they weren't Puma though?
Nah, they wasn't. And I thought,
Don't name the brand.
Let me go and get some kicks quickly. Just run in JD and just freshen up my feet, bruv, because that's just what it was. And then I saw
And buy Crep Protect as well.
exactly. I saw the RSOs. I was thinking, what are they like? It's the first time I've seen them, and they hadn't been promoted or marketed yet. So I literally bought a pair, and then from there, like it was weird. Like my DMs was going mad.
I remember this. I remember seeing this in your story, and then all of a sudden your friends were popping up with a shoe, and then you would like,
Everyone started wearing them. Everyone around me started wearing them.
The
Everyone
RS
was hitting me
series.
up about and the thing is, they didn't even know what they was. They didn't know there was even Pumas.
Yeah.
They just thought it was a dope shoe. Like, what shoe is that?
Same as what they were saying about these.
Yeah, a lot.
And this is it. So from
That's
there,
them reinventing, right? From like the past to
Reinvention.
now.
this is it.
Well, that's
They
the whole
came-
story, isn't it? And I've said, you've heard me say multiple times, and people on my own Insta will vouch for that. I think the RSO personally is one of the most underrated shoes there is out there. It's arguably the most comfortable shoe that I own. And
This
even
is-
here,
yeah,
I bought them out
yeah.
here. I've been wearing them for
Yeah,
the
I've
last
seen you've been wearing
the
them.
last day or so, and and then when I picked these up at ComplexCon, my mind was blown.
I already knew that was a good shoe. So
this
that
is
kind
so
of silhouette
simple.
is me.
It's so simple but so good. And you know what? When it's on foot, it reminds me a lot of the Balenciaga.
Yeah, the runners.
Yeah. And there's been, well, I mean, again, we had this conversation that this one is wild. These are both obviously ComplexCon exclusives.
Yeah, so if you can't see, you've actually got a see-through panel on the front, which I cussed it down initially when I saw it. I was like, I can't wear pink. I won't get away with this. But then I saw people wearing it and it looks sick because you can see the sock through. And they killed it with that, really.
It's a different shoe every time. Do you get me?
Exactly.
You also did some work recently with Size as well. Size and Puma.
Yeah.
It was for these shoes coming up, right?
It was these. It was the Riders.
Yeah, because these are the Size exclusive ones. I don't think these actually launch until next year. They're part of their 20th anniversary.
Yeah.
But these are they're almost like a What the Puma.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
They're very sick.
I like that. Depending on what angle you see it from, again, it's like a different shoe. Do you get what I mean?
And then I think we've actually got the other shoe as well, so you can see how they match up. Like, for example, the green ones, but they're so good, man, so good. And you know, Size do some very good SMU product. So SMU obviously would be like Size exclusive, and
what is it? Their 20-year anniversary.
Yeah, next year 20th anniversary. I think these drop in
20 years
February,
in the game, yeah.
But this is the perfect example of how well you can do a shoe in collaboration.
I was first like buying my trainers when I got into it properly, like 7 or 8 years ago from Size. I was queuing up at Size to get like the first Hirachis that were coming back.
Yeah.
That was where I started learning.
Size was the place to go.
Was
People
good for ACGs as well. Back in the day.
Yeah.
It was a good place to just go and socialise as well, man. Obviously, I have that connection
you worked there
to
for a
Carnaby
long
Street.
time.
Well, yeah, as I say, I have that connection to Carnaby Street because I worked there for a long time and I work with a brand. But the amount of people that you would get just come in and just chill and want to have a chat about the latest product and stuff. So I think
little community to it.
Exactly. So I think when you see product like this, for me, listen, not everyone's like me, but I get excited when I see things like this.
That's a good series.
I'm very happy with how these have come out, and you got the blue as well. I think the green are better.
It's just a cold silhouette.
Yeah.
Like these can be any colour and you can rock them. For me, do you know what I mean? Like it really depends on the shape, man. The shape really determines.
Yeah, like this.
Everything for me.
We almost said like.
That's I call that the bar of soap. It's like a bar of soap. To me.
Yeah, don't say that to Courtney. He'll start using it.
He'll have that under his armpit, walking around all day. But you know what? Like, I'm actually very disappointed that these aren't going to release because
But we're going to give a pair away, right?
We've got one pair to give away.
We've got one pair. We can't tell them the size, but we've got a pair to give away.
Yeah.
How are we gonna get people to enter?
Let's use your creative mind.
My mind. All right, just tell me what size is it? If you can say what size it is.
Just drop a comment below with what size it is and something else. Something else about the podcast.
Yep.
But Jay, you like ice cream, yeah?
Oh, come on, man.
Killing the mango sorbet.
They know that's my weakness. Sorbets in particular, really. It's not even ice cream. I like sorbets.
So
weakness
you run Crepes and Kones, right?
Yeah.
I originally thought it was for trainers and cones.
Really?
When I first saw it, I was like, he's selling trainers and ice cream.
Wicked.
That's crazy.
I might have to bring
that might actually be a very good shout, though, you know.
Crepes and Kones, yeah?
It could.
The reason is as well because Crep City made the horrible mistake of
putting the E in.
Putting the E in. So I thought Crep City was a place to eat.
It was a pancake place, yeah.
Pancake place. So that was where the mistake come from. But you got your fingers in a few things, man.
Yeah, like I just, you know what it is, man. I just have genuine interest in things, and when I'm interested in something, I just go for it. I don't really hold back on that. Like, if I want to do something, I do it, and that's really all it is. And I'll put my money in it, and I'll put my efforts into it.
So people probably thinking you're working like 12-hour days.
It's longer than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it depends. Like you know,
12 hours for breakfast.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, the days are varied, isn't it? Because it is literally all kind of work coming in and going out. It's like one day you can be dealing with, I don't know, you could be the boilers are fucked at the restaurant or whatever, or you know, you got to deal with staff there, or you know, you got to be creative today because you know you need to sort out something for home. You need to go and source some sauce bottles from wherever. Like it's just so varied. Like my days are mad. Like I get moments where I just sit there and I just stop because it's like I don't even know where to start today. You know what I mean? Like,
Speaking of long days, the whole home experience that you had, Box Park, Shoreditch.
Yeah.
I know those were some long days for you setting it up, because that got set up in like 2 or 3 days, didn't it?
So you took over
4 days.
4 days.
Took over 5.
I took
5 units?
over 5 units.
5 units at Shoreditch Box Park.
Yeah, basically it was the old. If you remember, like the Nike store that was there, it was that one. So it's 5 units. It's down the side, right by the station.
Got ya.
It's on that side. So yeah, we took over that, and it was just with Vibba. So it was an opportunity to just to really kind of launch Home.
Yeah.
Officially.
So Home is the agency, the brand consultancy, right?
Yeah. Home's the agency where we offer the service and stuff, and then there's also the brand side where it's actual brand itself, where we do all kind of home.
Yeah, you got socks, sliders, sauce.
Ashtrays.
We got a pair of the sliders that we've been wearing out here.
All kind of things. Oh, I got to sneeze. So there's all those things that we sell. Get a really good response off of it, even off of and for me it was cool because it's like I was purposely not saying anything and what it was explaining it. I just wanted to see how people's
interpretations of it.
What your interpretations were, how you interact with the brand, and people would be getting involved.
Yeah.
And then literally asking after, well, what is this? Like, do you know
that was my experience with it. I said that to you. I was like, it looked like a house.
Yeah.
With a sort of party going on.
Yeah.
And you was like, it was a party and it was a house. And we were selling stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And it all sold out.
Exactly. And that's just basically, imagine that's what it's been on the internet.
Yeah.
So we've just brought the internet to Box Park now, do you know what I'm saying, in the units but the whole point of it for me was to kind of offer a different experience even in shopping, because it was a shop at the end of the day, set out like a house, and the point was to come and like you're coming to someone's house, chill, take it in, and shop in your own time. If you want information, there's information there for you. You just speak to someone, do you know what I'm saying? There was no till, the till was moving around. You know what I mean?
Was it successful in terms of what you wanted to get from it?
It was wicked.
Did you have a plan of like, this is what I need to get from doing that? Because it was clearly it was expensive to do that, right?
It cost a bit of money.
If you know people.
It cost a bit of money. Yeah, but I mean,
so they must have been like, this is what we need to get back, or is it in terms of
not in terms of, I wasn't going in like with, this is what the return needs to be.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've got stock there. And
that all sold.
And they all sold.
Yeah.
And then
even the toothbrushes.
Sold out. And then, but more importantly, the message and in what it really, in what Home is. That's what I wanted to get out to people. Do you get what I'm
this
saying?
is exactly what we were talking about with ComplexCon, right?
Yeah.
And the power of this event for what it does for Complex. And the power of having a stand for Puma, the lead sponsor in ComplexCon. Just the sheer amount of people sharing and talking about it, like you just said, right? Online, and creating that mystery about what is it, what goes on. Mm-hmm. That's powerful.
That's powerful.
It's intangible. You can't measure that, really.
Nah, exactly. Like experience. Anything I build is about building, just giving people an experience. Anything that I've built, from Crep Protect and everything in between to Home, it's like, I placed importance on, when you come here, you need to leave. So then when you go out into the world and you have to either speak about it or you go and see it stocked somewhere else, you're going to go for that brand because you've had an experience with it. And then when you've had multiple experiences with it, you then just naturally just grow with it because it's a part of you now. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so that was even memory, right?
Yeah, it's a memories. It's creating memories. Anything I build, I need to create a memory.
Yeah.
Like, so that house that we built, you're never gonna forget that. If you came there, you saw yellow, blue.
Yeah. You gave me your sneaks. This is ridiculous.
You get what I'm saying? I passed it on. It's cool. But again, you're not gonna forget it because it was loud and it was. Do you know what I mean? Unforgettable. So if you saw it, and if you didn't come, you definitely saw it on the net and you missed it. You remembered you missed that.
Yeah, I saw it on a lot of people's stories, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you take inspiration from events like this? Like walking around ComplexCon, did you?
So when I came to the first one, I was snapping away. Because I was like, oh my God.
Here's my plan.
This is what I need to do. Just to mood board. Do you get what I'm saying? For because I know what I'm going to start doing is how I'm going to start activating. And this is the kind of thing.
Something similar.
Yeah.
Because the UK doesn't have really.
No, we don't have it. And they don't really think like that as well.
Do you reckon a Home booth would have sat well within ComplexCon? I was just thinking about now.
100%. If I activate,
if you'd taken the Box Park event literally and placed it in ComplexCon, I think it would have blown people's minds.
It would go off 100%.
Because it's so different to what we saw.
Yeah.
I remember it's really random. I remember being at ComplexCon last year, and there was a booth with just 5 guys playing poker, 5 old guys, just drinking whiskey and playing poker.
Stuff like that there today, man. Like, some really weird stuff going on that I couldn't even get my head around. Like, some of the stands, I'm thinking realistically, should this be here?
Yeah.
And maybe that's the wrong perception just because I don't know about it. But do you know what? Did you get that a little bit? Like,
yeah, I've seen that a lot. Like,
some of them you're like,
in the shows, like, you just think
you're spending dough to be here.
Random, yeah.
Yeah.
And then on the flip side, I saw booths that were like, I'm thinking, why did you come here then?
Yeah.
Like you've literally got nothing here, and you're sitting around all this activation, and you've just got your couple like bits of product and a table and chair. It's like, nah.
People just sitting there on their phones.
Yeah, literally.
Not hustling to bring people in.
But some people are not there for that to happen. Some people are there to just go, you know what? I've had my brand at ComplexCon like that, and I can imagine that must be a really big thing to kind of add to your, you know, your business CV. If you like to say, look, you know, where's your business been? Like, we've been at, you know, arguably one of the biggest events in the world, really.
Yeah.
Like, you know, for the sneaker and streetwear industry.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to young people or people out there that, you know, do have that mindset of wanting to kind of have their hands in many different pies and kind of really start something from the ground up?
We've asked this to a few people, like, what's the main things to get started, really?
Do you know what? Like, I mean, it's just like, I don't know, you know, it's like I don't have a template. Like, anything I've done, I've just kind of just really got on with it. Because what people do struggle with is the basics, is getting up in the morning, first of all, and just bothering
saving
to do this.
Money.
Yeah, like, and literally them two things.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't do that, then you're kind of doomed from the beginning. But literally, I tell people our point is to just be up early.
Yeah.
Like, be up early, even if you're
what time are you waking up?
I'm up early, bro.
6 a.m?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
You know about the 5 a.m. theory of waking up?
Nah.
People like wake up at 5 a.m. That's
Yeah.
what the military do.
But why?
You got all these dudes that talk about it, you know, like the people.
No, I hear that and I get it. And my thing is this: it's like, you might not be working like a conventional job, a 9 to 5 like people, but you have to stay in sync with the world. You can't be getting up in the afternoon.
I'm working till 4 a.m.
You've missed the news. You don't. Where you starting?
It's not reactive business.
Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, the world started already, and you've been. You know what I mean?
You're slacking.
Yeah, you're slacking. So
yeah,
I understand if you're working, like, I don't know, because I'd have periods where I might be dealing with China or something. So you gotta be up at 4 and 5.
Well, what's the time difference there then?
What is the time difference?
It's pretty wild. Like, so I think you have to be up at like 2 o'clock in the morning to
from 2 onwards, 2 to like onwards, like
to catch it. Yeah,
yeah,
to catch
sure.
them.
And it depends when they come in, but like you're safe from like 2. I'm up to like 4, 5, 6 sometimes, having to wait so I can start my business with them or
Skype
whatever.
calling and things like that.
Yeah, all sorts.
How do you balance it with the going out, the partying?
I don't go out.
You don't?
No, I don't rave. Like, I'll go to someone if someone's got a
local pub.
Nah, I'll go to like someone's birthday or something.
Yeah.
But I limit the
special
just
events,
being out. Yeah, I limit it's a draw out.
That's
man.
the tough thing. Like,
no, it's not even tough no more.
It's
To be
not
honest,
tough.
done it, man. It's boring now. Like, it's actually a bit boring for me. Like,
It
so I
depends.
don't feel like I'm missing anything.
It's nice to hear someone else say that, so I don't think I'm mad.
no, you're
I
not
never
mad.
go out.
He stopped drinking early. Like, he's only had a few drinks when I've ever been out with him. But
7 years.
Yeah.
for me, like, even though the business is the number one thing for me, it's still tough for me to balance it sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
With
you're human,
people
innit?
around.
It's human nature.
Temptation,
So
innit?
it-
World
Temptation
is
around
tempting.
and like,
everything in moderation.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. I'm not saying don't go out, but in moderation. If you're really serious about what you're doing, like, because you have to be up and sharp.
Yeah.
Them emails are coming early.
what are you thinking?
Sorry, man. I'm very gassed about that shoe. I'm very, very much looking forward to the release of that. I think it's a very, very good shoe. I know that I've just taken your conversation from business straight back to shoes, but
it's all
that's
good.
just
It's all good.
that's just my
This is
mindset.
the
You know what I
way-
mean, this is what.
This is the way it always works. This is the way we always end up doing this, right? I end up talking about business stuff and you end up taking it back to shoes.
I can't fathom how they've put a purple sole on a shoe with orange, green, and
No, it's wild.
and yellow on it. It's mad, but it works.
No
it
rules.
Works.
There's no rules.
What
especially.
Shout out
were-
specs.
What were your top 3, both of you? What were your top 3 moments from ComplexCon?
Go on, I'll let you
I
start.
know what he's going to say.
Top 3 moments. I met a couple NFL players, which was nice. That was
Yeah.
cool.
What was that guy that you was talking about with the dreads and the
So yeah, we met Todd Gurley.
Yeah,
Marshawn Lynch.
Okay.
Yeah,
did
we met him.
shit.
So obviously
Beast.
explaining to George and Dan like the whole like beast mode thing and
Yeah,
everything. That was pretty cool. I think for me sometimes one of the biggest moments for me is just being in LA.
Yeah.
Because for me, I'm not the kind of person that would just jump on a plane and come to America unless I needed to for work. And you know, it's incredibly inspirational. Like even where we've been staying, you know, like I'm constantly looking around thinking, you know what?
This is like
I need
MTV
to work
Cribs.
harder. Yeah, like it is, but it's been a it's been a motivation thing for me.
It does a lot when you're travelling and seeing these sort of things, right?
It's been nice to experience something else, but it's also a reminder of how much harder I need to work to get where I want to be.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, just the whole hospitality of Puma as well has been unreal. And one thing I didn't realise is how like obsessed with celebrities that Americans are. Literally, there were so many over the weekend, and it's like people just lose their mind.
Yeah, I nearly got slapped up by a little yachty, man.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for this video to come out, man.
No, that's never going out. I won't quite say what he said because it's not for the podcast, but yeah. Dan's laughing behind that screen. I can hear him laughing. He got a bit starstruck when I walked over, clearly, and he was just like, right, let's bowl out. He's like, these people are not good. But no, he literally got mobbed in ComplexCon. I walked over to him, he nudged me, I told him where we're from, what we're filming, and then about 6 guys ran over with selfie cameras. And he was just like, right, I need to leave now. But it's like that, isn't it? You've got Pharrell walking through.
Nah, everyone's just walking through casually. Do you know what I'm saying? You just see. Oh, who was we seeing today? And yesterday. I don't know if you remember Freeway from State Property. My guy just walks around casually.
No security.
Doesn't want it. You can clearly see. It's not like a thing. It's just a thing of he's over it.
What, people know are coming up to him, or
people
because he's
see
casual?
him. Oh, he's so casual. He slips through.
Yes,
like do you know what I'm saying? Like he's slipping through as well. Like I'm like he's just. I see him when I met Chuck D. I see him waiting, like you know, like just doing a little interview thing. Chuck D and J2K, and there's a little group of people listening.
Oh, was you interviewing? Was that J2K?
Yeah.
This time?
That was yesterday.
Oh, sick. Did you do a quick interview?
No, I didn't do one. Oh. But what I'm saying is that's what was happening, and then like you know, the people wait to get a little picture. He was there waiting to get a little picture. I was thinking, bruh, you're Freeway though. But again,
and he wanted a picture with J2K.
He just wants a picture with Chuck D. Well, it was Chuck D mainly, but it's like, right, you're just casually, you're just there, like real humble. It was cool, but you see them all walking about. We saw.
But that's the nicest thing when they're humble as well.
Yeah. Lupe Fiasco was just walking around.
I saw him.
See him.
Yeah, I miss some of these dudes. You know Gary V as well. He's crazy.
Yeah. He was there. I didn't see him, but someone told me he was there.
Just hustling constantly.
I met him in London.
Yeah, I met him. It was at that. Was it Brick Lane? When he did that pop up in Brick Lane?
Nah, this was at an office, Old Street.
He's like the pinnacle of intense business motivation.
Yeah, I think he's a bit extra though, man. Sometimes I do.
I've heard him sometimes, and I'm thinking, what are you on about?
Yeah,
if your mum's poisonous car out of life and you're shouting all this, I was like,
I get it. Like I get the no nonsense things of because I know I understand the message of. Fuck everything and get on with it. That's basically what he's talking about in everything. But it's just afterwards, it's like, all right, mate, I hear you. Every minute,
please calm down.
It's like you're swearing just to swear now. Like I hear
swearing at kids that are asking him questions. That gets me. Little kids asking him, and he's like, "It's like,
here's what you fucking do."
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Leave your parents. Stop being supported by them. Crazy.
What's been one of the obviously you mentioned about top 3 moments?
Yeah,
what's been one of the standout
top 3 for me? Obviously meeting LL Cool J.
That was what I knew you was going to say.
Yeah, I had, like,
top of the game.
That's crazy for me. What else? I really like the Puma activation. Like, no bias, but I really enjoyed it over there. Do you get what I'm saying?
Customization.
I found myself, I was there and then I'll go and do a circle, but
and
then
kept
going back.
Always circling back to that stand. I did the same thing.
But we said though, they had arcade games, didn't they? They had raffles going on, so you could win prizes. They had darts, which you was trying to cuss me about because I couldn't throw the darts.
Yeah, they were a bit.
And then I was like, "You look like you played darts." He was like, "Yeah, I did when I was younger." Yeah,
I used to love darts.
He used to love darts.
I used to love darts
when he was in the pub, but not anymore.
You know, I wasn't even in the pub. You know, I was just literally in the bedroom, and then I'd beg my mum for dartboard. Anytime I saw a dartboard, I wanted the dartboard. Same with snooker, but I actually used to play that, and I was good, man.
All right, we'll see what skills. We'll find a pool table.
Yeah. Now, well, listen, I can have it. So when you're ready,
we'll bet $1 bill.
You can definitely have that.
So LL was one of the.
LL was the Puma activation I actually really liked. Like you said, there's so many. I'm just trying to even think on the spot.
LL Puma. Did you see any of the talks?
I did.
I tried to go to one, man, but it started, so they wouldn't let me in.
Oh, it's like that.
They wouldn't let man in no more. Yeah.
So once the seats are taken, it's not like you can walk in, stand up.
Yeah.
It's
I don't know if they're recording them or something, so they don't want no interruptions and shit. So
I saw the Sneaker of the Year one.
Yeah,
with,
which was what?
DJ Clark Kent, Sean Weatherspoon, Lily May, Joe La Puma, and Lil Yachty.
Yeah. So my top 3.
No one asked you, man.
All right.
and just saw your Addies one. Go on,
go on.
My top 3 was, even though it was a bad moment, was that Little Yachty moment, because we was all cracking up about it.
Unbelievable, mate. Do you know?
Even though it was like my ego was bruised for a second, I tried to play it off. It was a funny moment.
Do you know my favourite part of it is the fact that you were actually oblivious to it until we told you about it. We were like, I was like, bro, you nearly got banged up by Lil Yachty, and he was like, no, it was someone else. I was like,
yeah, I was like, no, it was this other
man.
guy that come over. It wasn't me. I'm pissed. I missed the talks though.
Yeah, I wish I could have got in on 1 or 2 of them. Do you know what I'm pissed about as well? That restaurant, that 1212 restaurant.
I can't believe you called it out.
I didn't go to this, but what do you call it? 1212.
1212,
1212, I think, man. That sounds bad.
What was wrong?
This is a bad advertisement for the restaurant, man.
No, I'm sorry, but it's probably I'm not probably affecting anything, but. Mate, gone in there, bit of bougie place, think, alright, cool, alright, this looks like a spot. Got in there, I've asked for cocktails. Yeah, we do cocktails. Confidence, I'm thinking, yeah, of course you do. Like, it's gonna be wicked, I can tell. What do I ask for?
You bought into it?
Yeah, I bought into it. I asked for a Mai Tai. Mate, it come over, it tasted like Budweiser. I asked for a next one. Like these cocktails were terrible. They were so nasty and like just so basic as well. Like they've just put, I don't know, like it looked like a dilute drink, like just a normal Robinson's and some water. Like it just looked like that. I was thinking it
went downhill, didn't it?
It was crap. I went through about 3 or 4.
Well,
oh,
we're going to the DJ. I went through about 3 or 4 cocktails. I didn't even drink them. Anyway, the DJ.
Can we just tell you about the fake influencer lifestyle of LA?
I can't even picture this.
Listen, there was a DJ. Yeah,
that's worldwide.
There was a DJ. Yeah, and don't get me wrong, she was a very, very good looking. But there's this DJ, and she's playing to about 6 people and the dinner table. It was a christening
going on in the middle. Right? It looked like a christening. It was weird, random night. Anyway, let me
you must have been drunk, you lot.
No, man.
So
imagine Jay's the DJ.
A job's a job. So if you've got 6 people or if you've got 6,000 people, you got to go and DJ in it. And I hear you. But even like no one weren't listening. Like the clanging was ridiculous. Like every tune was just bumping into each other. Like it sounded like bumper cars, right? And it was stank in there. Like she just stank out the place, right?
Imagine Jay's the DJ, yeah, and I'm the production crew. That she's got her own production crew.
Yeah, so then we turn
she
around.
She stank out the place. If you're watching this,
we've gone to the bar because it's like, what else can we do? See if they got any other drinks there. Turn around. There's a photo shoot, like not photo shoot, like there. She's got 2.
Yeah, I'm like here.
Guys holding lights over her. One filming. And she's just there having it, like giving it, like you'd think she was at Park Life or something, like giving it, and you think, bro, pan that camera around, I dare you.
Yeah.
I tell you what, man, her Instagram must have looked unbelievable.
And I bet it looked lit. I bet it had flares in the back and everything.
But you use influencers for any of your businesses? Influencers, as in like the Instagram, maybe with not much going on apart from following. Or I'll be
totally honest with you, yeah. Yes, right, but.
So you do value it?
I do. Yeah, there's definitely a value in it. Don't get me wrong.
But I think it's different the way you do it because of the circles that you roll in, and the friends that you have. They are those people anyway. So it's not. It's people supporting your brand because they want to support it, as opposed to.
Here's the thing. This is what I'm saying. I don't want to I don't want to become the business that's the cold calling. That's what I call it. It becomes like, hey, would you let us give you some product? And I don't like that. I don't like that. It does happen.
Yeah.
But I personally won't be doing that.
Got to keep it authentic.
I keep it.
It's got to be
which
organic,
is what you were saying in the documentary.
Yeah,
as
like
well,
so.
right?
I want people to be genuinely into the brand.
Yeah.
So then it becomes just second nature if you're using it, or you might want to just shout it out not because I necessarily told you, because I've made you aware of it initially.
You like it.
And you like it. I've made it into something. And this is the problem with all the companies now. I feel like they focus so much on having the influencer making their product lit instead of making what the product is lit so that people just want it.
It's more cost effective, right?
It's like just focus on your product and whatever you're doing, whether it's a party, whether it's a product, focus on
getting
making
the best
that
of what you
making it the best.
focus on making that good, and then people will come. If it's good, it's good. You know what I'm saying? Stop like trying to reach out to everyone in the world because you're relying on them to travel your message, because you ain't like, I don't know what it is, because don't you trust your own product? Like, because half the time I'll just have my mates come and do stuff, because I see the power and the value in that, because you just build from family, like your family grows and then it extends. Do you know what I mean?
You got good connections from the music days as well.
I
So
mean,
that's a good benefit, right?
It does definitely benefit, but that's something I've built.
Yeah.
I could have come out of the music scene with a terrible reputation.
This is true.
And no mates, because I wanted to be I wanted to be bougie.
Yeah.
I wanted to be stuck up. Do you know what I'm saying? But I was never that person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was always grounded.
Yeah,
I always dealt with
friendly,
people correctly.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
then,
important.
just in turn, it just so happens now I've got other business going on. Man will support.
It works, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Are you still...
It all does come down to you at the end of the day. You can say like, yeah, but you got this, but I've made that. I made that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Are you still in the music industry at all?
I'm around it still.
Around it?
I'm around here and there.
People
Like,
still ask for features? And
yeah. People do. They do every now and again.
But do you get involved?
You're gonna
Sometimes.
two bar, yeah?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, I
You
do
got a
sometimes.
Obviously,
bar?
I don't know if you know that George has got a
I haven't.
little ready 2 bar that he's done previously.
I heard it still. It's quite fire still.
No, it's metaphors upon metaphors. I can't even give you it now.
I've got to be honest with you. For me personally, I'm very, very happy that I know we've had conversations where I've tried to get you come on the podcast before, and obviously like schedules haven't aligned. But the fact that we've been able to come out here and do this together, this has been. It's been unbelievable, and I'm very thankful for you to come in on.
Nah, bless, man.
You know, it's always good conversation, and you know, surrounded by a good product, good environment, good people. LA is live, so live. I'm not going home.
Nah.
Sorry.
What's next? What's next, Jay?
For me,
You got enough businesses, right?
yeah, I got enough, and there is actually things, but you know, like I just you see it when it's
I can't
ready.
give
Do
it
you know what
away.
I'm saying?
This
Start
is the
talking
other
about
thing. You got to be able to say no to opportunities.
Yeah,
to
you do,
focus
man.
on
I find that
your
hard
bread and
sometimes.
butter.
I
And
do.
I've done the same, where you dilute what you're doing.
Yeah,
and you lose
or you
time.
just want to help everyone else, and you can't
being
actually.
a yes man. Yeah,
You just like, yeah, dude, I'll help you. I'll put something around. I'm just like, all right, you know, you gotta chill.
I got
But
you.
yeah, there's some things coming up, but yeah, you'll see it.
You
when
got
it's
some
ready.
stuff coming up with Puma.
Yeah, I got
Oh, it's a lot of the side
telling you.
stuff.
Go on.
and-
not telling you.
But there's some stuff coming with Puma, right?
Nah, there is. We've been working together, and yeah, it's gonna get interesting.
Okay.
Like 2020 is gonna get really interesting.
Got you.
Right. In the meantime, we have got a pair of these to give away. So
See the first comment for how to enter.
yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you for coming on. Massive shout outs to Puma and Size
Yeah.
and LA for having us. Dan on the 1s and 2s. Courtney on the camera.
That's it.
Big up LA, innit?
Big up LA.
Big up Jay for coming on the show. Yeah. See you next time.
Bless.
Peace.